Happy Revenge of the 6th, everybody. It is May 6th, and I'm excited today to talk to you about another hero of the ska scene. I've done a few of these recently, so after this one, I might take a break for a couple of weeks before I come back with another one. But I could not take a break without talking about Tazy Phyllipz. Now, if you're new to the ska scene, you might not know who Tazy Phyllipz is. But if you've been a part of the ska scene for any period of time, you are very familiar with who Tazy Phyllipz is. Because Tazy Phyllipz is, in some ways, like the Godfather, right? Tazy Phyllipz is a man who, along with his brother, started a radio show back in college called the Ska Parade. And the Ska Parade is responsible for being one of the biggest supporters and advocates and voices pushing ska forward and making people aware of it. Tazy Phyllipz has been credited with coining the term third wave ska. And the Ska Parade has been credited with helping to launch the careers, or at least gaining radio attention for bands like No Doubt and Sublime. And even helping to elevate musicians like Travis Barker, people connected with Maroon 5. Tazy has been someone that has promoted this music with fervor and passion for like 30 years now. I don't even see. Yeah, like 30 years now. I had to kind of do the math. I'm an English teacher. And he's still going strong. The Ska Parade is played twice a week now. And I'll be honest, one of those two dates, it plays so late that I am usually asleep because I'm an old man and I go to sleep early. But you can catch it, and you should catch it, because you will definitely be exposed to a ton of new bands that you've never heard of, some old bands you've never heard of, and you will find some favorites. And there will also be, the big ska bands getting played on there, the ska bands that people are familiar with, the bands like Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and Less Than Jake and the Aquabats. He's helped to push those bands forward as well. I think that most ska musicians have a fondness and appreciation for Tazy, because they wouldn't be quite where they are without Tazy's promotion and approval. Approval's the wrong term, but promotion and support. And I think that Tazy loves those bands because their music has brought him joy. He's someone that ska isn't a business for him. The radio show isn't a business. This is a passion project. Tazy's a very nice guy. I've had the pleasure of interacting with him through social media a number of times. He's a very nice guy. And if you follow him, you get to, on social media, you also get the joy of seeing the Ska Cats and their rambunctious ways. So I have to shout out Tazy. Tazy, thank you so much for what you've done for the ska scene, for 30 years of dedication, for the Ska Parade. Tazy's in the process, and has been for some time, of creating a book that would kind of detail his exploits and encounters and relationships with the bands we've grown to know and love. And when I say the relationships, I mean like, Eric Stefani being at Tazy's wedding, and those kinds of close relationships and encounters. So I can't wait for that book. Right now, it's like ska book boom season. Like, there's so many great ska books coming out, and I hope it won't be long before we have Tazy's book in hand, because I don't think anyone's going to have stories quite like Tazy. So Tazy, thank you so much for all that you're doing. Thank you for being a hero in the ska scene, for promoting bands, especially the California scene where you're from. And thank you so much for the continued support of the ska scene. I'm a relatively new comer to modern ska, having been a fan in the 90s and then sort of drifted away and come back. And I am so in love with ska now, and have been diving deep for the last year. And you have been one of the biggest helps, one of the biggest supports in me encountering new bands and growing in my knowledge of the scene. I would not be where I am without the ska parade and without Tazy Phyllipz and his posts. So thank you, Tazy. You guys check out the ska parade on social media. He posts whenever it's going to be played, and check it out.